Does this attack look a bit familiar to you? You deploy your bots and you go, but oh no, you popped an outpost and it's Chromia. Or Fellbat if you're an Autobot. And they just get stunned and you can't do anything and then the defenses completely shred you down like you're made out of cheese. Yeah, if this is relatable, you clicked on the right video because I will show you how to not ever get yourself in such a situation ever again. Okay, so how do you actually counter them? Well, first let's get over to the ability and let's see what they do. So, you place a shock tower and a shock tower deals electric damage every second and it disables nearby defenses and of course attackers. And now, what does this mean? Basically, yeah, the tower does electric damage and will also stun your everything nearby. So basically, if the question are you're attacking bots, they will stop moving, stop attacking, stop everything. Will be basically frozen in place. You will be unable to cast abilities, and if you use Chromia and Fellbat on offense, they will pretty much make the defense buildings unable to move or attack. And of course, there are ways to gain immunity to this, and I will go over all of it right now. But just want to say something first to get it out of the way as a honorable mention, and that's players who have Titans. They can unlock a perk that will make their warriors completely immune to all forms of stun. That includes this. So, but players who are at that level probably already know about it. So I just want to say it as an honorable mention and actually get to the ways that any player, even new players, can counter this bot. Okay, so let me just drag this here. Okay, so first things first is using a decoy and minion popper. Now, examples who can deploy decoys that can pop outposts. Okay, so Vector Prime and Nova Prime, they can drop the decoys that can pop outposts. Blaster and Soundwave, their minions can pop outposts from afar. Then let's see, Rook, for example, he can place a decoy that can pop outposts. That's Blot for Decepticons. Dinobot and Dinobot 2, also spawns decoys. Although I wouldn't really recommend using him for popping. The reason why is because he will rush in, he'll follow his decoys. So it can be a problem. So be careful if you want to use him. And of course, RC and Nightbird, they also have decoy that can pop outposts. Of course, I will show you all of this in action. Let's get over to the second way. Second way is using a sacrifice bot, sec bot for short. A couple of examples of sacrifice bots would be Cup, that's dead end for Decepticons. You can just teleport anywhere on the map, and he can just pop everything. He's very flexible, one of the best. Afterbreaker and Flame War, one if probably the best sec bot in the game. Huge range and can pretty much pop on pretty much everything for a cost of only 5. Really good pair with Vector Prime to respawn him back. Then let's see. Windblade and Dive Bomb, huge range. Cheap ability cost as well can also pop. Not quite as effective as the previous entry, but still viable. Elita 1 and Lagnat. They can also pop, but they are much more expensive, and so I wouldn't really recommend using them as a sacrifice bots. They're just way too expensive. The cheaper options, definitely. Let's see. The one of the the OGs, Goldfire, and that's Ramjet, I believe, for the Decepticons. Another great sack bot, but at that time had this toll on him, so not the best one anymore. But and yeah, let's see. There's also just find Blur. Blur can also be a sack bot. You also have pretty fair cost. So yeah, that's for the sacrifice bots. Couple of examples. Then of course you can use Red Alert and Ranamak in your team. And what do they do? Okay, so basically you give your allies damage absorption. 5-star is 50%, 4-star is 40%, 3-star is 30%, and so on. So in my case, it's 5-star. So you give your allies 50% damage absorption and a portion to yourself, 100% if you have a build to level 11, and stun immunity for 10 seconds. So yeah, I give them damage reduction and stun immunity. So that's one way. You can just use him to gain stun immunity and snipe down the tower with a botlet like a smoke screen and breakneck. Then let's see. The last entry is deploying a combiner. Now, basically, you can go, you can pop outposts in any way that you can, and you just deploy your own combiner, and your bots will be gone, right? They will despawn, your combiner will spawn in. So that's the fourth way that you can do it. So yeah, I will go and I will show you every single example so that you know how it is done in practice. And feel free to ask me any questions in the comments if you need clarification or anything, but I will try to explain everything the best as I can. I switched over to my Autobot alt account, and this is based one in war. Now, Fellbat is located on this outpost. How do I know that? Well, I checked the replay from a player who attacked before me. So, method 1 will be popping with a decoy. In this case, I will use Rook, and maybe even Dinobot if he's closer in the area. And of course, I won't take a combiner, I won't need it for this because other guys are just gonna it's gonna do enough damage. I do not have a Titan. Attacker does, but it's no big deal. And I can use the battle boost to gain a lot of energy by destroying these buildings. Okay, let's pop Rook here. And let's drop Decoy here. As you can see, Decoy popped. Okay, let's go and deploy everyone else. Boom, nothing to worry about. Now let's see, let's get Optimal a bit closer to burn them down. Let's now use also tracks so that my bots can heal up a bit better. Okay, Rook sadly died, but that's what happens when you don't have a Titan of your own and you get smacked down by enemy. Okay, let's use Optimal. Optimal can carry this pretty much. He does so much damage. And let's use 6 gun here. And now let's take that juicy extra energy. Okay. I want Dinobot to get a tiny bit closer so that he can pop those outposts over there. Come on, just a little bit. Perfect. Now let's use Minerva's healing tower here to heal up my squad, and if anyone's in the area, so that I can just do a lot of damage to the kill zone. Optimal, sure. Perfect. Okay, Optimal can also destroy. Actually, a lot of things are on fire, so I'm not really worried. I want to destroy this Leech Maxima core. It's a big problem. I want to use healing or not yet. Let's wait and see. Okay, maybe we have to use healing, and let's use Trek's ability again for more survivability. Yeah. Let's take out his own heal with Smokey. And now the rest should be easy pickings. Let's just use Smokey to cripple that, or completely kill the Dinobot. And yeah, this is one way how you can take care of the Fellbat and Chromia and pretty much make them useless. As you can see, this was pretty effortless. If I zerked in, I would have been stunned, I would have been in trouble. But here I am, without my own Titan, clearing a base with a Titan just by quite simply playing smart and using strategy. Okay, I'm attacking my base right here, so I'm gonna use a sacrifice bot for this entry. I can just drop him far, for example, and let him do his thing. In this case, it's Afterbreaker and Flavor. As you can see, it's popping outpost and Combiner as well, and they got popped, and pretty much wasted their abilities. Now I believe that Chromia will wait until you. Okay, it's a bug that happens with this, but yeah, that's one example how you can do it. Now, of course, if your sacrifice bots survive longer, it's better, but it's not mandatory. Okay, and now to show you example with someone like Red Alert. So I'm just gonna go and just pop outposts. Sure, like this. I'm gonna deploy bots in the back, and I'm going to rush with my Red Alert. Now my bots are immune for stun for 10 seconds, and I can use this time to destroy the stunning tower from Chromia. Now there's a lot going on, so you can't quite see fully everything, but as you can see, my bot's okay, he got stunned temporarily, so let's cast it again so he's not stunned. Um, I can play this better, but I just want to show you how I pretty much mitigated the stun. Um, so that's also an example. Okay, and for final example, we show you how to dodge the abilities using your combiner. So I'm just gonna play really bad and just drop everyone, you know, and just gonna intentionally misplay. And okay, they're dying. But okay, now I deployed my combiner, as you can see, and the ability is here. But because I deployed a combiner, bots are gone, so that I can, you know, do my thing, and pretty much use the ability to, you know, take out a bit of an area here. Again, this is not optimal, but it works. Okay, yeah, my squad got hurt a little bit, but as you can see, they're not stunned anymore. Now you can absolutely do it better than I have. I'm just trying to show you. I played poorly intentionally. I'm trying to show you how you can dodge outpost abilities by deploying your combiner. That's pretty much the whole point of this. Overall, you can apply this strategy to every single outpost and combiner, but I just see that a lot of people struggle with Chromia and Fellbat so much, way too much. So I just thought to make this video strictly about them, to show you that they are not scary at all. Once you get once you understand them, they become utterly useless, and you can just chip right through them. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below how do you feel about this, if you thought that it was helpful, and if you have any other video requests, again, let me know in the comments. I read every comment, I'll try to respond to every single one. So let me know, and see you in the next one.